Well, thank y'all for being here again. I know Kimler got all the Chinese food today. Great looking buffet over there, so that's good. Thank you, Kimler. We appreciate it. Everybody else appreciates it also. Uh, I'll recap a little bit from Saturday night playing LSU. I thought our guys played really hard. Our guys played physical. Our guys played till the end of the game, and that's when you go back and look at the film and you get a chance to take a look at it. You actually see us doing some things that we've been preaching in camp and off season and finishing games, and we did. We put from an effort standpoint, we did that. Really disappointed though in our pre-snap penalties. We had 11 of them, and those things just can't take place. Good football teams don't do that, and our center quarterback exchange issues that we had, those things don't take place in good programs. So we got to eliminate those things and do a better job of taking care of the football. We had 3 turnovers. You're not going to win games like that either. So we got to do a better job of taking care of those things and eliminating the pre-snap penalties. All of our penalties were pre-snap. False starts, 12 men on the field, illegal formations, illegal substitutions, things like that. Those things aren't caused by Tiger Stadium, ESPN, Baton Rouge, none of that. That's caused by us. Those are self-inflicted problems that we got to get fixed. So we'll do that. That'll be an emphasis this week. Again, we emphasize it all the time. We just got to make sure it sinks in. Sometimes the environment has something to do with it, the way guys play, but our guys played hard. So, obviously I was pleased with that. But at the same time, we got to make sure that we take care of the things that we can control and we can take care of. Moving on to Central Arc, it's a good football team coming in, defending Southland Conference champions. And last night I watched the game from last season here, and they pretty much dominated both sides of the line of scrimmage. And I think that's where their strength lies. Those guys are big and physical up front. They play a physical brand of football, which is good because we just played a physical football team in LSU. So we'll get an opportunity to line up and match up again with those guys. They bring a bunch of guys back. They've got some skilled kids back along with their offensive line and defensive line. They lost a couple of guys there. But I know that the head coach has just moved into that spot. He was the offensive coordinator. Don't expect a lot of changes from there. You don't have to schematically. We'll spend a little more time. I haven't gotten a chance to see everything on them, but they pretty much line up. You know where they're going to line up and where they're going to come at you from. So they feel like fundamentally who they want to be and what they want to be, and they're going to play physical football. So I think Saturday night, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a team coming in here knowing who they are and what they're all about and playing physical football. So with that, I'll take questions and talk about either one of the 2 games.
Coach, how important is it to be back at home after opening up with 2 tough road games?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough home game, but it's always good to be at home. We want I think what's going to really be great is when we look out there and we have a home field advantage here at Strawberry Stadium based on our fans. We want to, having a great support of our fan base here. I thought our crowd traveled well to Baton Rouge this past Saturday night. It was so good to see so much green up in the stands. That was good. We want to fill this place up, want to get as many people as we can in here supporting our guys. Our guys, and they've been on the road the last 2 weeks, like you said, against 2 good football teams. But we're coming home now. So we expect the environment to be a great environment for us, and we're looking forward to it.
Frank, you're alternating quarterbacks. Is that working out like you wanted to? It looked like it was effective in keeping LSU a little bit off balance. Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, it is. Chasen's done a good job for us. He's putting us in a position in the pass game, checking the ball at the line of scrimmage in the run game, doing some things for us. Lorenzo's a special dude, man. I think you saw that again Saturday night. He belonged on that field. He belonged with those guys. He made some special plays for us. So we got to continue to do things and utilize his skill set. So, whether it be a receiver, whether it be a quarterback, whether it be a running back, whatever, we got to make sure we get the ball in his hands, and it's got to reflect the amount of touches that he gets during the course of a game. We don't say he's got to get 12, he's got to get 15, 20 touches. We don't do that. Sometimes the game dictates that, like it did the first week. But we want to make sure that he gets his hands on the football because he can do some special things with it. So we'll continue the rotation. It's not predetermined. Sometimes it's based on how the game's going. Sometimes it's based on certain situations, down distance, things like that. And you saw that the other night that Chasen's in one play, Lorenzo's in the next, Chasen comes right back in. So sometimes the situation dictates it. So it's not based on you got this series and you have this series. I think Greg's done a great job of putting our guys in a position where they can be successful, which in turn lends itself to be the entire unit to be successful.
Well, coaches usually like to go with one guy. Is this something you had to come around to recently? Or is this
No, you know, we and I've always been probably a one-guy quarterback coach, I guess, or coordinator. But when you have somebody as talented as Lorenzo is, you got to figure out a way to get him on the field. Chasen, the same thing. Chasen's done a good job, you know, like I said, running the offense this summer, this camp, doing the things that we needed him to do for us to be successful and move the football, especially in the pass game. But Lorenzo's just too dynamic a player to not use him on the field. So we have to continually find ways to use him where we're not tendency oriented, where every time he comes into this spot, we're only doing this. Every time he comes into this spot, we're only doing that. I think if you line him up as a receiver all the time, they can take him away sometimes. You can't dictate the touches. But as a running back, we can do that. And as a quarterback, we know that the ball's going to be snapped directly to him. So we can kind of guarantee he's going to touch the football. And that's what we want him to do. We want to get him the football.
Coach, what are you seeing out of Central Arkansas in their offense?
They're a physical football team. So they're going to be coming at us the whole time. Last season, like I said, they dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. I don't see that changing. They got a tough, hard-nosed program. It's successful for them. They've got a blueprint in place. Even though the head coach, it's a new head coach, he was the offensive coordinator there. He also played quarterback there. He's a record-setting quarterback for their university. He's got a great football mind. I had a chance to meet him at a couple of meetings that we were at. Great guy. What's going to happen is that they're going to stay with the blueprint that got them to the top of the conference last year. We feel like you don't see that changing too much. So we expect a good physical football game here Saturday night.
Is there anything scheme-wise they're doing that you guys haven't seen, or you're going to have to really look out for?
You know, there's a couple of things. I'm not going to tell you.
Right,
But, you know, there's a couple of things they do that really some good stuff. You know, so a lot of times you watch an opponent, you get ideas, you know. So there's some things that they do that I really like, some of their schemes and things like that's kind of unique. But at the end of the day, you don't have to figure out who they are now. They're going to line up right in front of you, and they're going to play football with you.
Defensive-wise, what are they phasing out of, and what do you see?
They're a four-down team, and they're going to play quarters. That's what they predominantly going to be. There'll be some pressure, not much. They're going to try to win the line of scrimmage and attack the box with their safeties. Their corners are good players. They put them on an island at times. Can we affect them? I don't know. You know, we'll have to see. That'll be part of the plan. But they're going to try to get 8, 9 guys to the box to stop the run game, and then you're going to have to figure out a way to beat them over the top or in the pass game.
Does that help you guys that you played as physical a team as you did in LSU and week before?
Yeah, if we learn from it. You know, if we learn from it. If your mindset's right that you can take it and learn from it and grow, and practice will dictate that. So practice this week. If practice goes well and we practice well this week, then we got a chance to learn from it and grow from it. If we don't, then we didn't learn anything. So it was not a wasted trip to Baton Rouge, but it was a wasted learning experience that we had a chance to take advantage of, and we didn't. So I want to, you know, our players, we were clear with them yesterday with the things that we got to improve on. And then also know that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are important days for us from a growth standpoint. We need to take the experience that we had in Monroe, the experience that we had in Baton Rouge, and apply it towards getting ready for Saturday night here against Central Arkansas. If we do that, yeah, it benefits us. If we don't, then it doesn't benefit us at all.
You had a significantly better pass rush this week. Did y'all try something a little different, or did things just kind of click?
We did. You know, we challenged our guys. I thought Louis had we had some really good blitz packages that he put together to attack LSU's protections, and I thought the guys did a good job executing those. But I thought we played with more energy. We got up the field. Isaac did a good job out on the perimeter. I know Zeke came through clean one time on a protection that put pressure on the quarterback. We affected him. And when I say affected him, you don't always have to hit him. You just got to get him off the spot. And we were able to do that at times, and I thought that was good. But, again, we challenged our guys up front, our outside backers, our interior people, even our blitzers. When you have a chance to apply pressure to the quarterback, go. Don't pull up. We were hesitant a little bit at Monroe. You know, even guys that instead of pulling the trigger and coming, they had to feel their way through. So again, that's game when guys haven't played in a game or have very little experience in a game situation. Those things have happened. So we overcame some of those this past week. So we grew from Monroe to LSU from that standpoint. We want to continue to grow. We had a couple of gap placements up front that guys kind of got in the wrong spot, but those are things that are correctable. The effort is what we really wanted to see, and we got that Saturday night, especially in the pass game, defensively. But again, I think that the pass game, going back and look at the film, and I said this after the game, I thought our guys did a good job up front, like I just said. But when you really look at the film, I thought we matched guys in the secondary really well. There wasn't a lot of receivers running down there on a regular basis. So I thought we did a good job from a coverage standpoint, and he held on to the football a little bit longer than probably they wanted him to. He had some time at times, but really didn't have anywhere to go with the football. We were able to get him off of his spot. So, I was real happy with that. From that standpoint, our secondary, I thought, played really well.
Coach, it seems like we came out the first couple of weeks relatively healthy. I mean, do we have any significant injuries that we've
we got some bumps and bruises, Alan. We might have a couple of guys. We'll see. Might be game time decisions. We lost Austin Mitchell last week. He wasn't able to play for us. Hope to have him back this week. We'll find out in the next couple of days. But other than that, like I said, there were some guys going in and out, and we'll see. There might be a couple of game time decisions, but we were able to get Kyle Neville's back this week. He played the whole game and played okay. So health-wise, that's a good plus to have him back inside, especially against a team like this coming in this weekend.
What was bothering Kyle?
He had a knee injury that he suffered in camp, and he missed the Monroe game and bounced back and practiced last week. Did a good job, and want to see him in game action, and he did. He played well. I think he played 32 snaps, something like that during the game. So it was good, and against a physical football team. So. That's a guy that you really want to have in there. He's a quarterback for us on defense. Does a great job getting us set up and lined up and making the calls for us. But then at the same time, he's also physical. He's a physical football player, so he plugs some holes in there.
Coach, firstly for you, how excited are you to coach your first game here in Hammond? Run out that tunnel for the first time in
Yeah, I got to find the tunnel. I don't know where it's going to be. I haven't gone over it yet with the game day staff. So as soon as they show me where I'm supposed to be running out to, I'll be fine. I know where I come out every day for practice. But, no, you know what I want to see? I really do. I want to see the crowd. I want to see the band. We spent some time with the band this summer, which was pretty cool. Camp, those guys are awesome. And see the crowd, see the game day experience. The tents are going up now, putting the fencing around it. Looking forward to see what it looks like. And then seeing the excitement. I know that J.R. Teague says that we have the best game day experience in FCS, and I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. And, just think about it. We got, I guess, I don't know, it should be an historical landmark here in Strawberry Stadium. If it's not, it should be. Maybe we'll get it on the register here pretty soon. But, this is a great place for football. Great environment for college football.
Do you remember, have you coached here before for somebody else?
I have not. No, this will be my first game. Yeah, first game in here. So that's what I'm saying. I'm excited about it. Looking forward to it.
We talked over the summer about these 3 games, not just it, but this group of 3 games to start conference, but to come out of here with at least a win, especially here starting conference. How big is that for you guys to establish something there?
Well, every game is important to win, Rob. We didn't go into the Monroe game thinking we were going to lose, but we were going to get better. And the LSU game thinking we were going to lose, but we were going to get better. But I think we improved in areas both weeks. From camp to Monroe, I thought we improved. And then from Monroe to LSU, I thought we improved. So I'm looking for us to continue to improve. If that indicates the scoreboard comes out in our favor and we win, that's awesome. That's even better. But if we get better and the scoreboard doesn't quite work out, it's not a lost cause. It's a chance for us, again, to grow. I think I'm more process-oriented than outcome-based. So if all we do is look at the scoreboard and say we just got to win the game and that's it, we're going to overlook the things that we're going to be able to build on for the future. So we got a 9-game conference schedule, man. We got to play it, and we're going to have to win a bunch of those games to be able to win this thing. Well, it starts this week. It's not coach speak. It is the biggest game of the season because it's this week, but it's at home and everything else, and it's conference, so there's a lot of things involved. I hope we don't play harder this week because it's conference than we did against LSU or UL Monroe. I hope we play just as hard and just correct the mistakes that are correctable. So yeah, we're looking forward to playing. We're looking forward to winning, but at the same time, we just got to continue to grow.
Looking at you guys, this might be a little too-cold question, but your third down efficiency and your run game, you're kind of, I don't want to say struggling, but I know game situations kind of dictate what you're doing, but obviously you want to see those numbers get better. So
Yeah, we
is that
do.
something you guys are working on?
We do, yeah. We've got a third down day every week, and I thought strategically, the game plan on third downs was pretty good, especially on offense. We didn't do as many, but there were some times that we knew we were going for it on fourth down. We were in four down territory, and especially one of those drives that we did it I think it was 3 times. But we were 5 or 6 on fourth downs. So when you look at maybe the third downs weren't as good, but you got to take those 5 drives and kind of move those in there, that we continued those drives. We weren't punting during that time because we executed the fourth down call. I thought defensively we did a really good job getting off the field on third downs this week. So that was good to see that. I think the amount of 3-and-outs that we had and the third down conversions that LSU was able to have, I would think they're disappointed in that, but it was good for us the way we played defensively to be able to get off the field.